Hello my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Last month I was explaining to y'all things to do and make to kind of get us through this quarantine crisis we're going through. Stuff that you keep in your home that you can put together really quick. I'm going to show you something I created back in 2007. 2007 we had a horrible hurricane called Hurricane Ike that hit the whole Houston area. Even I'm way out here in KATY, which is a half hour from Houston, but we got it bad here also. Not as bad as others, but we lost electricity for weeks, some people even months. But the most important thing I had in my home here was gas, and I had a pantry full of dry items and canned goods and stuff that I could put together. The good thing, speaking of gas, the good thing about having a home with gas, when your electricity go out, it doesn't affect you because you can still cook as long as you got a match. Of course, your electrical starter gonna go out on your oven, but if you can turn the gas on, light it with a match, old school style, like I grew up with. I ain't have electric starter in our house at home. We just had a gas stove. You put a match on it or a piece of newspaper and light it like that. And that's how I do it, and that's how I get going here. And then when the quarantine, it's the same way. Of course, we haven't lost electricity, but it's still things you get tired of going to the store. You can't eat out, and you can eat at home. I'm gonna share a recipe with you. I called it, I named it my hurricane casserole back in the day, but today I'm gonna name it the quarantine casserole. So we're gonna do this really at one pot. You can put it in the oven, you can leave it on top of the stove. I'm gonna show you how to leave it on top of the stove. Very simple ingredient. I use 5 ingredients in this thing, and like I told y'all before, I always keep a lot of hamburger helpers in mine. These are my 2 favorites: chili mac and lasagna. I'm gonna make the lasagna one today. This is awesome to keep in the pantry. They last for a year, a couple of years, these things. I love them because they got a good seasoning packet in them that's really, really good. It's also a quote unquote seasoning packet and thickening agent in the packet itself. So first thing I'm gonna do, I use half ground meat and half pork sausage in mine. I'm gonna get started to browning them off. Like I said, I use that. I always get that country sausage. You don't have to use pork if you don't want to. Like I said, I like to use half and half in mine. I use 2 pounds of meat. And this thing will actually feed, which it has done. It'll feed 15 people, this recipe, easily. And somebody, 2 or 3 people lucky enough, they can get a second helping. But yeah, if you cook this and you single, you got a family of 4, you can eat on this thing a couple of days. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna brown this off. I'm gonna get this browned off in here. Like I say, I use half ground meat, half sausage. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this brown off. Once it gets brown off, we'll be back and we'll add the rest of the ingredients. So we'll be right back after this brown off. All right, y'all, we back here. Okay, you see I got this stuff browning off here. Got the only thing I got in here is 1 pound of beef, 1 pound of sausage. Now next thing I'm gonna do, you see this here stuff, see the package that's in this pasta box? Get it out of here. This little package here, this thing is awesome. It has all the seasoning in here, plus it has a thickening agent already in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'll shake it down and get all the stuff down to the bottom. I'm gonna put this in the meat itself before I add any water. What it does, I do this with any dried spices or seasoning. The heat will open up the spices and all that. That's why I like putting it in there before I put any liquid. So I mix that in with the meat first and let all them spices and stuff get into that meat. It's so easy, this stuff, y'all. This is one pot thing. All right. See that? Smelling good already. Now, next thing I do, I take a can of kernel corn. I'll pour the water and everything, the whole can in there. I don't even drain it. Mix that around in there. Mix that up good in there. Now, I take a can of diced tomatoes. I got petite dice. I don't like the big dice. Pour this in here. I'm gonna pour the whole can, the juice and everything. I'm not gonna drain the tomatoes and nothing. See that? Petite diced tomatoes, pour that in there. We're gonna mix that around in there. See how that big old pot is a big old pot of food. See? I'm telling you, you can feed 15 people. I've done it. I did it through Hurricane Ike. So did. Everybody was full. Okay, now I'm gonna add my pasta in here. And then I'm gonna add a cup of water. Now you can, as it thickens up, if you see the pasta's not ready, you can add a little bit more water, but usually a cup of water is all you're gonna need for this dish. Because the thing is, don't go according to the recipe on the box, because you already added liquid from the corn. Like, I think I need to add another cup. Like I said, you gotta kind of hide. Sometimes the ground beef and the sausage have less or more liquid than you want. Now I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper in here, season it up, stir it up here, and that's it. And we're gonna cover it and let it do its thing. Of course, you need to stir it every 6 or 7 minutes or so. And then after it's ready, we're gonna top it with cheese, put the top back on it, and voila, we got a big pot of, what we call it, quarantine casserole. So we cover this up, let it simmer about 15 minutes, and this stuff is ready that quick. So we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here. Okay, this is not quite ready. I'm gonna show you. You gotta keep stirring it. It's coming together. I've had it. It's been simmering about 6 minutes. Like I said, every 6, 7 minutes you need to stir it. I'm gonna stir it a little. Let the pasta. Only thing that need to happen now, the little thin pasta, which it don't take long. They put a thin pasta in there, which is very smart. It doesn't take long to cook, so it's coming along, it's thickening up. You don't need to add no more liquid. When we come back, we're gonna top it with cheese after it thicken up and cover it and let it sit for like 15 minutes while I open it, and then it'll be ready. So that's what you want. We're gonna cover it back up, let it simmer another 5 minutes, and we'll be back and add the cheese. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here. Okay, this stuff is about ready. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it off. That's the consistency you want. As this thing set up, it's gonna get slightly thicker. So that's why I'm cutting it off right now. Now, only thing, my next step I do, I make sure it's all stirred in together. Make sure nothing stick, otherwise you gotta always stir it so it don't stick on the bottom. Okay, last thing I do, I get some cheddar cheese here, and I'm gonna sprinkle it on top there. That's all I'm gonna do. Cheese and just sprinkle it right on top. Spread it around there. And I'm gonna put the top on there. Okay, make sure it's all evenly on there. All I do, put the pot on there, turn it off, let it sit 20 minutes. Don't open it, don't peek, don't do nothing. Let it sit for exactly 20 minutes. Set a timer for 20 minutes. And then open it, because what it's gonna do, the cheese gonna melt, of course. Then this thing goes, as it sits, it's gonna get a little bit thicker. Then you're gonna have an awesome cocktail, awesome casserole on top of the stove. So we'll be right back in 20 minutes. I'm gonna show you the final product. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back. I actually waited 30 minutes. I had something to do. So we're gonna lift this pot up. You see how the cheese is melted on there? See how pretty that is? Okay, we're gonna scoop some up out of here. Some out. See how the cheese helps to thicken too? Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. That cheese on there. More of this casserole on there. That's what you want. Like I say, as it sets up, it'll get a little bit thicker. Let me clean this off here. I'll take a picture later here of it. Okay, let me move this around here. Okay. This stuff is so good. Cheesy. Look at that cheese. And you don't have to put cheese, you don't have to put pork. You can always do it how you want it. You can put a green bean, canned green beans in it. Ah, it's so good. And so easy. Like I say, this pot here, it'll feed 15 people. I promise you. I have done it. 15 heavy eaters, too. Oh, man. This, give me a glass of Kool-Aid, great Kool-Aid, I'm all good. Try this recipe, y'all. Give this video a thumbs up. Please share. Share my channel. That's very important. I never say it enough. Please like. Until next time, have a blessed old school soul food day.